Hey, everybody. Welcome to another in-between episode, I think, when we are going to be dealing with growing pains in the factory. Notepad, get out here. We still have a bunch of... Okay, we gotta run. Okay, we gotta go. Gotta go. Emergency, stage 1. Alert, 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 alert. Gotta move. Gotta go this way. Gotta go over here. Gotta go. We have to stop the sponge machine from killing them sponges. Okay, this. Stop. Stop. You have to... Okay, stop. The problem is, this is just making Sea Sprouts Mark II, and it can't go because no Zogna because no wood, no everything. Everything's a big problem here. And so we're just destroying our good sponges. They're turning into the quartz ore right here. Stop Sponge 2. So we have to figure out how to regulate this, right? Because at one side of the equation is that we're kind of at a temporary lull right now. We want this to only go when the number of ingredients here equals 2. But right now it equals 2. So I guess we need a decider. All right, just pull out some math, right? We want 3 things, and they're going to be ands. Give me that, and that, and that, and that. So these guys right here have to be greater than or equal to 100. Oh, wait a second. And we got to hook you up. Here, we're going to use green wire for this. Festive green wire. You have to be greater than 100. You are not, and you have to be equal to 0. When all these things are true, then I want you to go. So then I want you to output enabled equals 1. Okay, good. So we're just gonna kind of put that right there. I want you to go when enabled greater than or equal to 1. There we go. And just in case this is still screwed up, we're going to save some sponges. Just gonna stick them right there, just in case. And we have to vent all of this, these ore. Quartz ore. Right there. And I think this is just going to be a fun little game of belting it up into the... oh, that's a little ugly. I can just put it right here, right? Yeah. So we're going to have to leap a little bit. And then right there. Okay, good. And then it'll get onto the waistline, and then it'll eventually clear itself. Okay. Okay, that had to stop before it destroyed all my sponges. The horrors that you notice when you pay attention. All right, so this is saying we have none of these guys. They rotted out. And we have none of that, yet this is not going because it has no Zogna. So when the Zogna arrives, this will kick on. Okay. Okay. Fix South Factory Coke production. Okay, I can do that. Especially since I cut them off of our Coke from up here. This is going to cause problems soon. Not so much because we're no longer consuming science. Science has flatlined, and it's going to be like that for... a bit. It's going to be a while, I think, before I can get all the way up to pi psi 3. And this was that thing I was talking about. I think what I need is take you, take this, filter by Coke. And that has to leave the system like so, right? And like so. And of course, I managed to find the one place that doesn't have power. The actual only place that didn't have power. Amazing. The talent on display here today should win medals in the Idiot Olympics. Okay, good. And then right here, also good. All right, so this will finally clear itself out, and then this is going to start running again. All right, excellent. Done. Apparently we need another coal dust whale. Let's examine these cryptic runes and see if we can determine what this means. Right here, back at Good Factory. Coal dust, persistent problem, right? Because we can't haul in enough of it. Yeah, see, it's just being eaten. And we got this whale who's coming back. This whale is headed towards Coal Dust Central, which is right here. And so apparently we can sustain another whale here. Previous me determined this was true. I don't know if I believe previous me, but I do know how to throw resources at a problem and pretend it's going to be fixed. So there you go. Fill your cargo, and then I want you to take it up to Coal Dust Primary Depot drop-off and take care of that. Okay, good. Thank you. On your way. Another thing checked off. Double Xylonol. How are we on evil bee juice? He asks, dreading the answer. We're out. But there's more in there. How much evil bee juice do we have in the south? I'm working on getting Arquads up north, but, you know, it's hard. We don't have a lot, so we're just going to leave that on there for right now. So right now we want to double Xylonol because that's a key to more iron production. We finally have all the tetrachloride we need, maybe. And I guess what we're going to do is just put these down here. So can I copy and paste all of this? Why is this belt here? This belt means nothing to me. So can I just take this? Oh, you already have tetrachloride. That's beautiful. All right, so I want to put that down there, only you can't come. No, wait a second. All right, so this has to go, and that has to go. Now that goes down. Okay, and I have to remember to fix this, I think. Yeah. So just to be sure, right? And then there's a hot air line, which apparently I'm going to struggle with now, right? Because I don't think there's an appropriate via here. Did that leap? No, it does not. If I get this really close. Yeah, we are in Struggle City at the moment. All right, we have to take care of that firsthand. We need heavy oil refinery, and we need a bunch of heat pipe. And then heavy oil. 3. There we go. Okay, good. There we go. So this is perhaps correct, except for the whole not having power and needing low distillates in, and of course getting all the product out. But that's... well, can't do that, eh? Why don't we just go up? Why is up not an option here? Because it should just be lined up entirely with the other Xylonol, right? You would think that would be logic. Yeah, logic, except I've already screwed myself. It's a form of logic. It's a form of self-harm as well. Wonderful! We can't do that trick here, but we can link ourselves over. I really don't want to consume this line right here. Also, Mr. Hot Air is a problem. Yeah, this is another issue. All right, so you have to come up because I didn't leave good enough vias here, which is shame upon shame, which means we just have to consume another line. which goes just a little ways to making this factory just running out of life. Lines are life. Conserve degrees of freedom. That's what you should always be thinking about. How am I going to get... I guess... I don't want to do this, but I will. Because this is consuming a line. And that's utterly shameful. Not as shameful as mouse slips like that, though. You're actually going? No, you're not. All right, so... things that need in 1 and 2. Do we have low? Oh, it's right there. Nice. Then right here, and just kind of hook you up. Thank you, autosave. That really wasn't when I needed it. And now we should be good, right? Oh, you don't have the temperature. Oh, there's issues with that, huh? Yeah, that's right. So doing this is probably a bad plan. Love how that was concealed. There you go. Have some tetrachloride. Did I pick that? Oh no. I picked that entire thing up and now it has to reheat. Ah, the dumb. Yeah, the dumb. All right, so we're definitely not going to be at the right temperature. Are you climbing? Yes, sorta. Maybe, sorta. Yeah, I guess. Okay. All right. We can do this. Focus. Concentrate. Think happy thoughts. Click your heels together. Sing a little song. I will not sing a little song. I will glare at this until it does my bidding. Through the full force of malice in my eyes, in the orbs of my eyes. And we're just not going to be able to see this for a long time. You have to get what? All the way up to 1.5? All right, big sad face. I wanted to see this click on. All right, we've doubled Xylanol, though, which means it's time to make our wood farm and tree seeds farm. And just to be perfectly clear, a lack of wood is driving a lot of problems right now. No wood, no seeds. And our goal is to make a wood and seed maker. So, huzzah, right? We shall be fancy lads indeed. Now, the big problem is I don't have room in my inventory, which has slowly gotten more and more crowded somehow. What can I deposit? What can I give back to the community? Here, take that. Take that. Probably we can put that right there. Now we can get rid of the heat pipe, as it is no longer performing a function for me. Probably need a couple of those, maybe not all of them. I can get rid of all of this because I don't need it, but I'm emotionally attached to it, so guess that is not happening. And what are we doing with so many smelters? Especially Mark 1 smelters. It's kind of embarrassing to carry those around. Oh, so nice to see all these gastrocapacitors just waiting. All right, so what's coming up is we have to make tree farm. Tree farm is made of a couple things. It's made of botanical gardens. It's made of fast wood forestries, which can be found there. And it's made of moss farms, right? I could bring in moss here. Let's get a vision. Oh, it's also made of sawmills, which we already have. Good. Let's get a vision of the future, friends. Here, we're going to have to take those to their destiny. Fast wood forestry. Here, no, not quite yet. Saw blade area. What we made yesterday. Right here. Here, take all these. And that. Okay, so you're making my saw blades, right? That's probably okay to start. Where's my forestry? Actually, where's my botanical garden? You have to make sapling. Right there. Tree seedling, actually. So moss and tree seeds. I can import moss. Though I do like zero inputting this. Probably not. Probably I'll bring moss in. It's going to be that kind of setup. All right, you have to make, what is this? Harvest a biocarnation? I don't want to do that. No, that stays where it is. So recipe goes, seedlings go just, oh, that's the basic recipe. And you water them and you get 4 and, okay, right. So what one do we want to do? Like, is this where we want to do? Is just be as fast as possible? Is there anything better? I have lots of wastewater. I have a whole wastewater generator. I worry about how much it's going to produce, though. I don't want to put in ash. So this is 10 in 20. And this is 10 seconds to make 8. Wow. This is probably peak right here. Just seedlings, 2 fertilizers, and you make a whole 8 logs. That's pretty good. And then you just give wastewater and you give 9 in 25 seconds. This is still the best. Maximum besticus. Because I'm going to do like a carousel, right? A sushi belt. Like these this is not bad. It's not best. All right, we're going to see if we can do this. We're going to go full out. And we do this, and this produces 7.19 logs a second. And this produces 0.3 seedlings a second. We cannot keep this full of seedlings. We cannot keep this one right here full of seedlings. And that's probably the best recipe for, if seedlings are in fact the bottleneck, that might be the best recipe for seedling efficiency, right? So 3 seedlings, 3, 3, 3. It's all the standard 3, 3, 3, 3. So this heavily implies that seedlings are our bottleneck. And there's only going to get more. Because this is going to go faster. This has room to go so much faster. And this doesn't have nearly as much room to scale. Yeah, nowhere near enough room to scale. So we can't beacon it, right? That doesn't work. Where are you, my beacon? Right there. So if we speed module this, she don't work, right? In range, unaffected. Oh, you can be beaconed. Oh, you can be beaconed. All right. Now we're on it. So most of this area is going to be making seedlings. Got it. So we're bringing in moss and we're bringing in fertilizer, and that's it. And then we're trying to make as many of these. Okay. We're going to try to do a design. Okay, let's not get so excited. We're doing wood right here. What we want is to grab. Are we going to do a standard setup? Does that sound like a good idea to anybody? Oh, this is broken. I've been copy and pasting that everywhere. Oh, man. Regrets. Big regrets. Big heart-hurting regrets. I have to get rid of that blueprint. That's only going to cause me grief. Okay, like so. Like so. Okay. All you guys, you distribute. And that one, shouldn't this be... Did I just copy and paste a bad one again? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, friends. Nothing is as it should be. And yes, everyone climb back in. All right, so we need to export two things. We need to export tree seeds, and we need to export wood, just raw wood. So if we just kind of rough this out and get an idea of what we have to do. That's not right. That should never, ever happen. It's inside the base. They're inside the base, running right now. Bots back in for safety. What's going on? Who's wrecking my base? Who is wrecking my base? What is that? That is a base inside of my base. How? How? We must be out of ammunition. No. Some of you guys are out of ammunition. Yes. Okay. We've got a tiny, itty-bitty little crisis on our hands that we're going to have to take care of. They're coming for me. I saw the blob moving my way. They're rallying up and they're going to go over there. They think they're citizens of the factory, but they're not. So our situation is we do not have nearly enough artillery shells. What are those guys doing? I hope you're not doing what I think you're doing. All right, so where is your attendant? Your attendant's on his way back. He has no... okay, so our artillery crisis is kind of reaching an acute phase. I really should sit down and make these in the North Factory. And this is all no simple circuits. Oh, man. Yeah, and this is because no iron. And no iron because of problems. Okay, concentrate. What we need is... Oh, it's all going. Okay, good. Xylanol is all going. Now if we go look at iron again... Not here, not here, not here. Closer to here. Here? No. Here? Yes. These guys are going much faster. Much, much faster. So we should be producing a lot more iron. Or will be at least. Yeah, that's like an iron rain right there. And that will slowly backfill. Should I run a load of iron down? Because this has to be a widespread problem. Right? How much iron should you have? Yeah, this is in fact a widespread problem. Maybe just let it ride right now and watch it. I think that might be the way to go. Almost all these guys are going. Here, let's take a look at Xylanol. Fluids. ZY. Alright, so we in fact doubled Xylanol production. And hopefully that will... Iron cube, cubed iron. This stuff, right? High grade iron? Yeah. Okay. Then molten iron here. Molten iron. Iron, there we go. So this is slowly, it's catching, okay, that's no good. Yeah, these areas right here, not good. If only I paid attention to the alarm system I made. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we need to do a check on the borders. That's known. That's known. This is probably an issue. That's known. Yeah, we just have to let iron catch up. Oh my god, heart attack city. Here, notepad. You no longer need to be here. People ask me, do you ever let the base AFK? And I'm like, no! No! That's not happening. No! So we're doing this. Is that... No, this is more seedling efficient. This is more time efficient. So like seedlings and wastewater right here peak at 9, and that's at 25 seconds. This is fastest. But if I'm going to be seedling constrained, I want to do this instead, right? Okay, if seedlings are the constraint, do this. Got it. That's logic right there. And so this is making 4.5 logs a second, which is kind of unfortunate. Because Mr. Wood processing unit right here, whose job it's going to be, you just make log into wood, right? Do we do productivity on this too? That's great. I get productivity on all this stuff, right? All right, let's not think about that. Have some saw blades. All right, so this eats at 4 a second, and this produces at 4.5 a second. And how are we doing on wastewater? I mean, I have an entire wastewater production facility right here, which I can ramp up. Right now it is completely choked on. So, okay, that works. This works. And it produces a whole bunch of wood a second. All right, so we have a unit here. And I don't think... Like, the inputs are just seedlings, though. And liquid. So, can I make a unit out of this? Something like this, and that doesn't work, right? That's not a space. Oh, it is a space. And then I have to remember to get rid of seedlings somehow. When they become tree seeds. I need to have an outline somewhere. Everywhere. Alright, so what we need is moss and tree seeds. And that's it. And so I need to bring in moss and then the wood we have naturally. And so if we want to do a V and H, something like this, only, do it right, obviously. Do it not like I just did. So we have this unit. And then we can have, I guess I do a carousel with seeds on it. And then when there's too many seeds, I pull them off. When there's too many seeds, I start composting them and getting rid of it. That's the real solution right there. Okay, that's good. And now the problem is, this is kind of awkward, isn't it? So I will have a belt of moss and tree seeds right here. Belt 1, belt 2. Okay. They got in the base again. They would have just wrecked everything. I wonder if you can be sped. Just a little bit. Probably not. It's not totally efficient, but it's totally going to be a lot of wood, so not going to complain too much about that. We can just snake it around, right? That puts it on the near side. That's not what I want, honestly. If I come around the other... No, I have to do a reverse. And this is what a reverse looks like. Right here. And so it's near side, top side, far side. Yeah. And that'll put it on the other side. Okay, good. It doesn't really tile though. And the last thing we need to do is get seedlings out if there's a problem. We're not going to think about that right now though. So copy all this. And we can't stack it like that. So I guess we're doing this, huh? And this is going to be wood, our wood maker. So like this. Oh, and we have to talk about seedlings. We're not quite there yet. So this is making 3.6 a second, 0.6 a second. This is eating a little more than that. So I guess what we have to do is just throw down a beacon, right? And then I want you to be speed, and just, here, FM5, AM1. That makes 0.4, 0.4, and that's not enough. AM2. And I'll put you right in the center. This will work. And now that will make more seedlings. Actually, we want to do less seedlings, right? It's an interesting idea. More seedlings or less seedlings. This is making more, so seedlings will rot. So that's not really what I want, right? This is still seedlings will rot. So maybe like this was what I want. And so this will be the limiting factor, 0.8. No, this is good enough. This is good enough. It's a little too slow, and that'll slow this down a little bit, which will allow time for the wood processors to actually do their work. All right, so you are going to be limited to wood because it's a spoilage situation, and occasionally I'm capable of learning. And the wood will come down here, and we try to chop this into as many tree seeds as possible. So I guess we do a standard layout, right? There's no reason not to. We need bodos. No, we need seeds, and yeah, we need to copy one of these. And I think we have to do exactly like this, keeping the seeds separate. I think this is exactly what we want. So we're going to give it a try. So right over here and throw down. Okay. We're going to have to go get more botanical gardens. Okay, no, we're not. We're not going to have to get any botanical gardens because botanical gardens isn't what we do here. Because these are instead tree seed makers. And it has to be like this. And you just need to take wood off this belt and turn it into tree seeds. How many tree seeds? So many tree seeds. All right, so let's just once again step back and see what our sinful hands have wrought. You guys just all shut up, and we just have to bring in moss. All we need is moss. We are a long way from moss. There's no virtue in a moss line. Just bring in moss. A whole whale just dedicated to moss. We'll probably take it from just Moss Central, which is here, I think. Maybe that's a bad plan. We have moss coming this way, and then up, and then, okay, feeds animals. Don't look at that. Yeah, we have to put moss in line here. This is going to need more than this. This is good for an initial moss, but then we've evolved. Seaweed too, probably. And this is all uplifting area. All right, don't think about that. Because tree seeds are so much of a product in and of themselves. I don't know what this is doing. I'm getting rid of it. All right, let's just figure this out. So moss comes on here. Maybe I'll even... Okay, just moss comes on here and it's going to go up here. Moss comes this way. It's a magic moss line. You're going to hug the permissible boundary. Come up here. I'm going to need more belt. And then it's going to come up here and moss will come in. And then it'll come around. And so we have to find a way to get tree seeds out of here. And we also... Here, we're just going to do this. Watch. No. This doesn't work the best, does it? No, it's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everyone is in fact fine. So this will get the moss out like so, or the seeds out like so. And then we will do, once again, seeds out onto this belt. And then we just need moss and tree seeds. So, I don't know. Usually we do something like this, right? Okay, and then we have decay products out, and water will get in somehow. We're going to figure that out. So Koopy, paste, and then Koopy, HV, right here. Yes, I want you to go like that. Okay, so that's decay products out universally. And then we have to remember that we're going to leave space for composting extra tree seeds. Like there has to be a minimum and a maximum. And we have to have these guys only going, maybe we only put moss on the belt when we need stuff, though we don't. It's a really crude way of doing it. We only put moss on the belt where seeds or wood. This is not how it's supposed to be. Because we're not quite adhering to the discipline, are we? Should I put this? No, this is how I'm going to do it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. More importantly, you're going to be fine. Everyone's going to make it. We're all getting out. So this is going to be our product. Like this just has to be a big circle. That's it. None of the fanciness I'm doing with a rums applies here. Excuse me. I need to go get more belt. And so we just need a big loop. And that's... Like it doesn't even deal with this. Like all of this that we're seeing here, that's a big no. Just a no. Here, just all of this is a no. And then we have a rums right there. And we have to get tree seeds first. So this has to, the wood line has to go through tree seed area first. And so we put the tree seeds here and they make sure it's on this belt. Okay, that makes sense. Here, don't work when bots can work for you. So wood will ultimately end up here. No. Yeah. 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 So... This is not wood, what I'm dealing with. This is the big loop of moss. So I think what we have to do is something like this as well. You know? Something like that. And it's so nice I can't see right there. So glad my view is impeded. That makes me so happy I don't understand what's going on. All right, so we have loop big the. And we have to get wood out right here. We're going to need more than these. And we're going to need seeds out right here. And this entire area right here. Oh, that's ugly. Sorry, hit a button. We cannot abide ugliness. Right there. Now, why are we not universal? Should we not be measuring right here as well? Did that get picked up? Did I do that? All right, so now... Oh, it's also not connected. So I guess it didn't have to be there. So, no. It just has to be hooked up, which I'll handle when I finish that area. Okay, so what's going to happen here is the world of tree seeds. And that's a very, very easy thing to do, right? So we just like start right here. It's seeds. We do this. And we aren't going to be able to do 2 layers of it. That's sad. Maybe 1 layer. Maybe a snake belt. But snake belt takes away the ability to use prod eventually. So maybe we just don't worry about it too much. You know, just don't worry, friends. Just trust that everything will work out this time. Going against all that information your lying eyes might be telling you. This time it will totally work. Paranoid. Please tell me we're making simple circuits again. I gotta start making simple circuits up here. It's simply time. This factory down here is shuttering. And it's gonna take a long time to pick itself up again. So we'll have this happening. Just a completely normal belt coming around right there. And then at some point like this. I mean, not like that, but more like this. And then in and in, and then in and in. There, we are making tree seeds in enormous amounts. We can do better though. Now the problem is we can't put another rank down there, so I guess we just don't even try. We just try to be happy with this. I kind of wanted more, but, well, what can you do except be sad? And we aren't sad here in the factory. We are suffused with joy. We radiate light. Oh, I gotta go get more of all this stuff. I need belt. I need assemblers. I need a hope and a dream, a wing and a prayer. So we can get at least some of those things here. Thank you, friends. Another one of these, and I don't know what I need. I really don't. I'm going to need more, that's for certain. But more of what? I don't know. Okay, let's just go try to handle it like this. We should be able to get through this, and then maybe I start in Ulrics. Ulrics are next, I believe. No, Dilmos are next. Oh, no. No, Ulrics are next. All right, so this will come down like so, and you'll do a split ski. And it'll come over this way and that way, and it'll be fine. And then that loops all the way around and provides wood to all of this. And should any wood make it through the gauntlet, that wood is then product. And I'm not sure if we get enough hands. This is going to be a full belt, friends. All right, so good. Now we make tree seeds. And we have tree seed line right here. Maybe we have tree seed local storage. This seems like a great idea. You get dibs and you get a buffer. And then you listen. You listen and you hear. No, you don't listen there. You listen to the news. There's actual official state-sponsored news right here, and I want you to hear it. Right there, right there. The government is saying it. The government wouldn't lie to you. And then, right there. And the government says if tree seeds, are less than 400, that's just a guess, I want you to enable. All right, so the seeds will make their way out. And now we kind of have to live with the choices that we've made. Because this is a little dense, and that's unattractive. And then all tree seeds that make it through there, get out. Okay, good. And then this just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, and so the loop happens, and we have that. We need some starter wood. Here, let's go get some moss. Yeah, just send the whale out. Whale hungry. It's very simple, very refreshing. And I think we're just going to take from Moss Central to alleviate pressure on the moss transfer. This might be a bad idea. I don't know. Here, empty cargo. Maybe I did something bad there. I don't know. Probably I just did something bad. Anyway, we're just going to let that go. It'll be fine, I tell you. It'll be fine. And this will eat a lot of wood, but not nearly enough wood. And now we turn our attentions to this. And you'll be... Here. I need you to stand over there, sir. What we need now is power. And I believe this doesn't tile. Like, we can't use that to pass through. It looks like it goes, but it doesn't go. It's one of nature's little lies. And that was more aesthetic, but it also doesn't cover a single thing that I need it to cover. Congratulations. Genius level unlocked. Proceed to pick up your Mensa diploma and your ticket to being forever alone. So now we're like this. Probably just do this, right? Or we can go straight through and just do it on one side. That might be better if we can reach, which we can. And because we can, we must. All right, so we're only going to do this on this side, and then we'll staple it right there. In fact, we're going to staple it right now, in fact. And so the other thing we need is wastewater and carbon dioxide. I suppose, do we have a carbon dioxide line? I seem to remember doing that. I seem to remember the death of playing around up here. There's a lot of consumers of carbon dioxide. I want to look at lines. I want to see if this... No, that's all internal. Did I not pull a CO2 line up here? That's saline. That's wastewater. Wastewater we will be tapping in. From the source right here. Maybe something like that. We have to make sure we use it properly. That is not CO2. That is not CO2. Looks like we never brought over a CO2 line. I really don't want to depend on Gorbachev's for this. Look how much it eats. 75 a second times many. No, that needs a line. So, really? When did this happen to you? When did that happen to you? So in light of the fact there is no actual CO2 line here, I suppose we have to then make one. And this is a great tragedy, as I've been trying to avoid that. Alright, let's do that last. You heard me. That happens last. So, you now get stacky-stackied. See how many of these I can do. And then the thing is, I need to leave beacon space, right? Do I believe in this? I mean, I guess. It certainly looks like it fits. Oh, I need more botanical gardens. But I have enough saw blades. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Oh, it doesn't work at all, huh? No, it does. I think. No, it doesn't. Maybe we can do this a little better then. Let's try to have a common line and leave space. Now, the beacon space is going to be fine. There's not going to be any problem with that whatsoever. All right, pick up that, pick up that, pick up that, pick up that. And we will try again, more intelligently this time, right? So, 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down. So if I just naturally do this, just naively doing just like this, it will actually work out. Because there's enough facing one way and there's enough facing the other way that this is a perfect balance. Strange how some days it all just works out. Yeah. Okay, so now, right there, and right there. Okay, good. And this comes round and round. And this is just bringing moss and tree seeds everywhere. And we have to make sure we leave room somewhere for a tree seed destroyer. Do not forget that part. And I guess that has to happen, like right here is fine. We can put it in this space somehow. Do I have a recycling center? No. No, I don't. So I need a couple botanical gardens and a recycling center. Okie dokie. Let's go get it. Yeah, back to the start. And we're going to make it so that if the line has too few tree seeds, it steals from the tree seed export. If it has too many, they get recycled. So botanical gardens times 2, please. And then I can put these back. Here. They should be in proper bins, but I'm a lazy man. Then right here, grab one of you. That's going to be the hard thing to put down. There was something else I needed, right? Oh yeah, to draw up an entire CO2 line. Let's not think about that. Let's not think about that one for the moment. Instead, we're going to come over here and put all this down and pretend this is going to work. So right here is... Oh, we can't put it here. Oh no. We didn't leave enough space here. Did we do maximum bad? Is this actually the worst thing I could have done? Should I shove this down and then... Yeah, that's what I have to do. Bots, assist me. Right here, do we want to say this is good enough? Maybe. All right, that all stays the same. That all stays the same. You are a little different now. That is the wood gauntlet. If you make it through the wood gauntlet, you are exported as wood. I just messed up that guy's entire life. All right, so what do we need now is a recycle, which still doesn't fit right there. Man, these things are inconvenient. All right, so what I want. What happened to the news? Why don't we have this line? Did I clip it somehow? Oh, I never hooked it up, rather. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. And that is not symmetrical. Symmetrical, kinda, comma, not at all. Okay, good. And then our friend here needs to get spiked right here, right? Then I think that captures everything. It does. It does. It captures everything nicely, and the rate should work out relatively okay. All right, so you need to get the news direct from reliable government sources. And the government is right here, always watching, knowing best. So if you see seeds in excess of 1,000, I want you to turn on, and you are only taking tree seeds, sir. And that makes biomass, wait for it. It's not going to make it, friends. That makes steam, and steam goes into a condenser. Condenser feeds the entire system with a tank, and there's going to have to, there is no water in this, right? It's all just wastewater. So you go right there, and then like so, underflow. I should really just copy and paste this if I can just remember where I did it for once. Oh, that's kind of ugly, but it'll work. All right, there's the tree seed disposal system, the final solution for tree seeds. Yeah, I kind of believe in this now. Oh, we do need water, just not very much. Here, I'll put in another pump jack just for you. You're kind of a different sort of, excuse me. Different purpose. We'll keep it separate. This way. Okay. Good. 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 So we have water in pretty substantial amounts. I don't have any wood for tree seeds. I'll have to go fetch that. Kind of want them to be facing each other, right? And then probably like this. Then, I don't know. We're probably going to staple on the other side, so it's going to be like this. No. Like so. And then Kakupi. And then paste. And then we do mostly the same thing, even though there doesn't actually have a partner right here. It's mostly for show. Cargo cult piping. Then I have to actually pull in. Why are you hooked into the wrong thing? Because you need to be aged. Okay, there you go. That's right. Be right. Do right. Okay, good. And we will get a staple for wastewater right here. Only that's obviously not correct. And getting these fluids in is going to be the hard part because we're going to need a lot of them. All right. Time to figure out my fate, right? Maybe do the easy one first. That's wastewater. We just have to get all the way to the bottom, right? And then in here we'll have a wastewater line somewhere. And then the CO2 line is going to be a little questionable, I guess. I guess I could draw it straight south and see how my luck holds. It goes into a water. Okay, maybe we don't do that then. Maybe we try to get CO2 up and over. I don't know. I don't know, man. Don't ask me these wacky questions. What I want to do is find where we make the Xylopho larva, meaning by which I make the wastewater. Okay, so we have a wastewater overflow right here. So this is live wastewater line right here. This is it, the main event. So what I want is to come this way, then find a way to survive in this world. Is this line open? I could go up instead. I should go up instead. No, I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way with the wrong purpose in my heart. In fact, I have evil in my heart. I admit it. We don't want any part of that. So I guess what we do is this. We go this way now. That's an open line. And so is this the level we want to be at? Yes. And I guess we just pick and pray. An intelligent person would refer to the plan and would already know how this is going to work. But like, come on, guys. Come on. You know me. That isn't how it goes. No. No. Many know. Many knows. This is actually a pump. Be aggressive about wastewater. Perfect. Perfect. And it's just relatively simple, right? So we have solved one side of the puzzle. What about that other side? Let's not think about the other side right now. Has this actually been an hour so far? This play session's gone fast. That's pretty, though. Look at that. The nicely spaced out arums. The entire belt of arums right there. Yeah. That's how you know you did something right in your life. I think I still have a rum perk to pick. As I recall, none of them are any good. It's just very sad choices. Oh, and we're here. And so, let's head north, I guess, and then make it work. So here we have wastewater coming right up. Excuse me. And then the wastewater line is this one. Nice. Okay. We have done the easy part. Congratulations. Big round of applause. Seal clap. Seal clap. The easy part is finished. Congratulations. I didn't know you were going to make it. So let's go take a look at the hard part now. A dedicated carbon dioxide line coming from way the hell down here. I thought biofluid was supposed to make it so I didn't do this. Nah, man. Biofluid only goes so far. So here we have oxygen. And here we have primary carbon dioxide headed in the correct direction. Yes, it's coming off here. This is source CO2. Where are we going with this, boys? This is a joy to see. I'm so glad you're going this way. So glad this is already done. All right, and this is as far as we go. Yeah. All right, how far did we get? Almost far enough. Can I get through here vertically? It kind of looks like no. Kind of looks like it's completely opaque. So let's go over. Where's my dot? Who knows where my dot is? Who saw where I left my dot? Here we are with chromium. If if we go over to here, that's a bad place, to here and turn, and then go up and then over. That's our plan. So one more block, boys. One more block. We can do it. Hold it together for just a little longer, eh? Then we don't want turn up here. We want to turn up right here, you know, where it's easy to turn up. Right there. We're heading, that's up. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everything's going to be fine. No one asked any questions. It was like that when we got here. I don't know him. Never knew him. You can't prove otherwise. Join in the chant. Sudden worry. Suddenly worried. How much space do we have? Sudden worry. Okay, it's right where it needs to be. Perfect. Okay, just had to check on that. Everybody stay calm. Thought maybe there might have been a problem brewing, but oh, big sad. Another pump, please. Because this is another high throughput chemical. Right there. Good? Question mark? And it's only ever going one way. That's a tree right there. I grant it amnesty for this moment. But if it tells others I've gone soft, I'll go on a rampage to defend my reputation. So it better just be quiet about what it saw here today. Okay, CO2. A full line of CO2, which I probably should go through and then free everything else of needing biofluid CO2. But laziness is. And then just straight in and done, right? Okay, I think we're about ready to go. Let's unleash the moss. And we're going to say 1,500 moss on the belt. I want moose. 1,500. We will, we'll do this. No, we won't. Moss? I think I kind of don't want it all to be on one side of the belt like this. It's going to cause me problems, right? Maybe it won't matter. I don't know. All right, what I need now is some wood. Not a lot of wood, just some wood. We got to get this started. So, where is one of my tree makers? Amazing that after all this time, I'm still struggling with making wood. What you doing today? Well, we're trying to make wood efficiently and sustainably. We're trying to... Oh, I'm blundering around. I can find logs. It's not really what I want, though. I want actual wood. Okay, right there. Sorry, you're being robbed. All right, and those are literally the seeds for this. So let's turn this guy on and see if we did good or bad. You start, you start, you start, you start, you start, you start. Okay. Seeded. Get it? I seeded it. And this is just pumping out seeds. And then it's going to be gotten right into there. And then onto the belt. Okay, great. And some will escape, but it doesn't really matter. Because we should be getting more than enough with this system, right? Lets a lot go sometimes. I wonder why. All right, so we have a seed out, and that's going to be useful. Then we're going to have wood out. So maybe I program these whales while this is moving around. We want whale to be hungry. I want you to be here. I want you to pick up these seeds. And then, get this. I want you to go to this stack right here. I want you to dump right there an entire thing of tree seeds. Whole thing. All of it. Go. Then I want another whale. You want to be whale hungry. I want you to be right here. I want you to pick up all this wood. All of it. Then I want you to take all this wood, kind of exactly where your buddy's going, to right here. Notice the line? That's a problem. Empty cargo. And then there is yours. And off you go. Now this should be running, right? Oh, good, it is. We have not seen first product yet. Why is... Oh, you need to be putting logs in. Dumb. Logs, 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 logs. Then nothing's reached over here because we don't have any seedlings yet. Okay. And so... Okay. I had a good idea, and then you know what? I just completely just spat on it. Because I didn't do it right. Alright, I'll fix it though. I'll fix it. I can fix it. I think I could fix it. I am suddenly struggling to see how I'm going to fix this. It doesn't actually work how I wanted it to work. Oh, and this is in the wrong spot. Everything about this is bad. Okay. Okay. I don't want to say something really dramatic like I am a complete failure, but it's not looking good for this. And we obviously have more than one half full stacked belt. So this is what I was going for. So I guess I do this. And this helps. And then these go on the one side and those goes on the other. If they can. When they can. Maybe. Is this what's happening? Look at this. Just amazing amount of wood being produced. And that's a full stacked red belt of wood. I mean, it's hard to argue with that, right? I think we need more moss. Yeah, time to turn you up. Here, let's go 25k. And then how much seeds on the belt? 400? Unknown if that is enough seeds. Unknown. But I do know we have a break. And that should be the final way of handling the entire rotting problem. Though we're going to have lots of rot because this is going to jam. And then after it jams, it should be shut off, right? Like, I should check both of these. When both of these are full, we should stop. Doesn't look like we're producing that many tree seeds, huh? Alright, let's take a look. Tree seed. So in the great before time, we were doing, on average, in like the last 10 hours, like 631 a minute. And now we're kind of much higher. Kind of a lot higher. That could be a problem, or maybe not. And these can be sped and prodded, and that's all fine. Is someone taking care of that? And this is just complete overkill. Complete and utter overkill. Good. Fantastic. That's what I want to see. And how many seeds are on the belt right now? 410. That's a normal amount. I think we're okay, right? And that whale is delivering all that. Okay, so finally we have to do the final off switch. I wonder if a final off switch can be just stopping this belt. Let's try it. I've never tried that way. Like stopping it after the only thing that allows it to start. So we'll use green for this because green's a pretty color. I really want to stop seeing those things die. Tree, seed, wood. I don't want to hear that sound. The sound's starting to get to me. Greater than equal to 9,000. 9,000. Greater than equal to. All right, I gotta do something about this. Oh, it's because we just had a delivery over here and both these guys have just sprung to life. And they're working on it. Did we get ammunition? No, we have, once again, they're doing the thing. This guy still doesn't have ammo. But it's clear we're making artillery shells, so... I don't know what is best right now. A lot of things could be best. Anyway, this is all... We probably need to bring another whale in on this. Because it's like there's just so much. Let's just let this go for right now for a little bit. Anyway, what was I doing? Now I was going to put this on the news network. We're going to put S equals 1. We want to output with S equals 1. So we take this and we put it on the government approved news network, which is currently being blocked by a whale. There you go. Try it now. Still being blocked by a whale. This whale is doing its job with way too much zeal. All right, so that's a lot more tree seeds. And so what I'm going to try is this. We'll see if this is effective. And it's going to be S does not equal 1. All right, and let's say S equals 1, and it stops it. And then this is the last go around for all this. And well, with this, a lot of the seedlings will rot. It will stop because there's no refresh. I wonder how long, how much it will back up for, you know? I mean, the point is it's going to end. So it has to be between here and here. It has to hold the totality of all that's on the belt, or else some will get wasted. All right, we're going to give this a shot. Maybe we move this further down here. Yeah, let's try that instead. Here, clip this. And let's do this right here instead, because I think it's probably safer. We want S does not equal 1. Okay, we're going to have to check in on this. Speaking of checking in on things, let's see how the sponges are doing. See if it's ruining everything over here. No, Zogna's back. And now it's creating more sea sponges. Maybe there's more now than there were before. I don't know. It did start up. It kicked on without me intervening. So maybe everything's okay. It's so hard to tell. All right, so notepad. Bigger wood farm, done. And now we have to proceed on our list of animal friends, right? It's Ulric. And then, no, it's Dilmo Arquad, excuse me. Dilmo Arquad Vrock. So Ulrich has to be, or Ulrich goes on the other side maybe. No, Ulrich should be done now. And we turn them into honey at the top. And then tomorrow we'll do Vilmo. and then at least we're going to skip over our quad, and then we're going to do Varrock. So we need 4 blocks. And right now we have 1, 2, 3. We're going to have to expand a bit more, which is a shame because we don't have artillery shells. Let's check in on iron, eh? I mean, I can always stop and do other things. Like I can just go do simple circuits. Maybe I do that. Iron, right. How are we doing on that as a concept? That looks like a pretty big gap right here. I'm not sure. Oh, that's nice. Why is it we have such big gaps? What are we low on? Okay. It's not that. It's like it's still xylanol. Is xylanol not going as hard as it can? It is not. Because we don't have low distillates. That is suspicious. Especially since we're completely empty out on a bunch of these. Like, what's the problem? Why aren't we running? What are we jammed on? Residual mixture? For real? Oh. Indeed. So is there any better way to get rid of residual mixture? We make Coke, and this is waste Coke. So what's going on? It's in waste Coke, and shouldn't we have a solution for this now? What's going on? This was my solution for this. What's our problem? We've got water. We're overpressured on... Oh. I never put in the steam recycling system. I only put in the part where we burn the Coke. I didn't actually put in the steam recycling system. That's funny. That is excellent humor joke right there. This shows, beyond the shadow of a doubt, I am in control of myself and my destiny, because I would not be puppeted to make such a mistake. It would be beneath the dignity of the puppeteer. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to do it like that, and now we need a cooling tower that completes the circuit. Right there. That's what we do. Oh, you're on the wrong side. Great. Fantastic. Speaking of the dignity of the moment, there we go. Pump that steam out. Get rid of it. Are we still overpressurized? They're each producing how much? 7 a second? All right. Put in another one. Again, I could put in a Mark II, but no. This one just is... It's formatted so much better. It's so much more compact. There. Now it's... The steam is no longer such an issue. And it's a source of ash. We always need one of those, right? And then right there. All right. Steam pressure dropping. We are getting rid of Coke at a rate. I don't know if I'm going to call this fast enough. Is there anything else I can do with Coke? Didn't I take a trip down memory lane and get this? Like, there's plenty that can be done, but like, obviously it's not being taken to do any of this, so no. Purine analogs? What are you about? I don't know. This is going to be an enormous pollution bloom. When it's going, at least. It's working its way through. Okay, so let's just assume that's going to work out. And all that's going to spring to life again. What I need to do now, starting in Ulrics, I guess. Just close my eyes, do Ulrics. I need that honey. Once I have the honey, I can start making bees. And once I make the bees, I'll be free of so many other things. So we're going to need Ulric corrals. We're going to need reproductive centers. We're going to need... Oh, we had those. I don't need all these recycling things, do I? Well, maybe, maybe not. I need at least 40 windmills. And we can go set this up. Let's go look at trees again, because we like looking at what we've done. And it looks like seed pressure is building. No, it's holding steady. I wonder if you've made any deliveries. Doesn't look like we're making a huge amount, does it? I really wish I could have done a second row somewhere. Like I could probably do this, right? Like put in 2 more here. That's hardly earth-shaking. But the wood problem is definitely under control now. That's a lot of wood. Here's, take a look. Wood. Well, it's probably going to be kind of up and down because I need it and I don't, and I need it and I don't. All right, so good. Stop looking at anything. Don't think. Just go. Probably going to do the first half of Ulrics, something like that. I need to go get actual Ulrics in order to do this. Time to save some ponies. At the cost of all of their children. But we're not going to think about that, are we? No. No, no. Oh, happy chirping ponies. Don't tell them what's going to happen. Just don't tell them. Oh, do we have all of our Dilmos? Triple Dilmo. Nice. Should you come with me? Yeah, you're going to come with me. You're going to get pets on the way. You're going to father a race, my friends. Yes, an entire race. Okay. Now we leave this place as fast as possible. I can't help but shake the thought that I really should be doing simple circuits right now. That I should pause forward momentum and that the factory down south is about to seize up and it would be much better for myself if I just did simple circuits at very least. Maybe I'll start on that tomorrow after Ulrics. I don't know. I can tell you what, no matter what I decide to do, the factory, yeah, it's going to grow. Like all of this is terrible. Oh, the feng shui damage. It will take generations to overcome the scars I've left on this place. But we don't want that. No thank you, please. Not yet. It is not yet decoration day. Good. And then we should probably have a discussion about uplifting Ulrics, right? Even though you really don't need that many of them overall. Let's talk about it. Ulrics. Where's an Ulric corral? Right here. Kind of like a swamp looking thing. All right, so raising them, super simple. We just have to get the call. We need Ulric gene samples. What? What? Here, let's take a look. Ulric. Where do you get these things? I don't see Ulric gene sample. So we can get an Ulric Mark II. And then we get one Ulric Mark II and it makes a tired Ulric. And so it has to go to Pyanodon, Pi Bay. But where does the Ulric gene sample come from? Like, what is this? Oh, it's just got a bad icon? That's interesting. No, it's a sample cup. Oh, and so we get... This might be needlessly complex, friends. So we have to make sample cups. And then the Ulrics give a sample with latex gloves, of course. And then we get a sample, Mark 1. And then we need 12 of those in order to take an Ulric Mark 2 to make a Cub Mark 2. And we get a tired Ulric Mark 1 back. And that has to go take a trip to Typhoon Bay, which I don't make, which I should make. And then when I have 4 of the Cubs, 25% survival rate. This is brutal. This is completely brutal. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is Typhoon Bay right here. And just you stuff him with a whole lot of Ulric food. Four to 1. Ouch, guys. And it's so weird. Oh, you give him an energy drink, and it gives 6 samples instead of 1. Okay, we probably do this then. This is... I have thoughts about everything I'm seeing right here. I have really substantial, heartfelt thoughts about all of it. And I don't know how I'm going to properly communicate these. All right, so we have to make sample cups. So we have to bring in plastic. And then with an automated factory, we make sample cups. And then with energy drink and Ulric food in a Typhoon Bay, which we don't make. So let's just go start making those right now. Right, add them to the mall. Typhoon Bay. Yep, didn't think it was on the wall. Didn't think I was going to need it. Didn't think it was going to happen. Shows you how much I know about everything. Implication being, I know nothing about nothing. So Typhoon. You. And that's all just stuff that's on the belt. I think sand is on the belt. I don't think sand is on the belt. Okay. So you got to get sand. Luckily, we have a system for this, right? So, give me a dinosaur. Mr. Dinosaur, you got to be hungry. Then I need you to go to the earth stack right over here. I need you to get sand. What are we missing here? Course fraction. All right, don't look at that. Don't pay attention. Fill cargo. And then we take that all the way over to the new Typhoon Bay area, empty that cargo, and go run that around. And then I want the bots to staff the warehouse, please. Where do we put the Typhoon Bay? It really should be somewhere in here, but this place is full, right? Yeah, completely full. And there's more coming too, so... All right, we'll put Typhoon Bay right here. Typhoon. And bring just 10 of them. We're only going to need a few. All right, so... I guess we should wait to set this up. But... is this a reproductive center right here? Then I want you to do Ulric. Yeah, right here. And so we bring in normal stuff, bedding and barrels and all that, and it works somehow. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And then eventually we get one of these guys. We should be gambling for these guys right off the bat. And then moving it forward, I don't know how that's going to work. All right, so we're going to try to gamble for these guys and try to set it up. Just like, didn't we do this with Zapiers? Shouldn't we be doing this here too? Just gambling for trits. To start that off at least. Like this is going. This is doing something. Oh, we have 5 Corlex mark. Isn't that enough? Surely that's enough. Shouldn't this have shut down? Now that we have figured out exactly how many of these we're making. Like, this is enough. We can't breed them quite yet. But now we do this recipe. We have to do the entire animal, the medical wing, and it gets reproduced there. So I think we're done, right? So we got 5 victories. Wait, what are we doing? This is making Corlexes. Oh, and this is the breeding program, and this is done 1 in 200. So we got 5 victories out of 366 tries. Did I move this around at some point? Because this is 5 victories. I need you to stop. I need this to stop. I need this all because we got 5 good ones, but it's only 366 products. All right, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Think about this. Think about all of this. So we need our standard setup, right? We're not going to be able to get away with doing anything other than exactly this. So let's do exactly this. Grab all this stuff. Again, this is just kind of a suggestion. Kind of. Right here. It's like all these pipes. No. Oh, it's easy to get water here. We're on a lake. Oh, it's easy to hack a hole in the world. We're on a lake. All right, so generic setup right here. And we want to make Ulric cubs by this method. Great and great. And now, take that, staff up, friends. And we can begin examining what has to happen. All right, so none of these pipes actually exist right here. I'm just picking all this stuff up. We're going to have to do a water pipe eventually. But eventually is a secret code word for not right now. Oh, that makes me kind of sad. Okay, nice. So you're taking the larva out, and we don't do that anymore. You're doing Ulric cub. Like so. And right on there, and right on there. And Ulric's superpowers is they give bone meal, and they get turned into honey. And this is probably needed. Just not in this format. So we're going to leave it right there. And this is definitely taking the Ulrics out. And do the Ulric cubs get used for anything? So, Ulric, tell me a story. Tell me a story of being a chirping blue pony. You get used in, put in a cage, and unfortunately, there's issues with what happens after that cage. It's just a source of bone meal, but I have enough bone meal. It's fine. You get fed to camuts. Great. You get fed to camut pups. Great. You get fed to Xenos. I'm very sorry. The life of the happy chirping blue pony is not a happy one. Actually, you should get out of the cage now. We're not going to talk about... Oh, you go to the bees then. No cage, all bees. No. Yeah, and you're evolved. It's just it's so hard being an Ulric. So what is this? You make Kicalc and Kryden by putting in an Ulric cub? This is probably good, right? But it looks horrifying. And I don't want side products. No side products, please. And so, do we have an Ulric upgrade we can consider? Yes, we can pick something. Okay. Ulrics naturally generate several epoxic compounds in their hooves, bones, and eye sockets. The impact crusher can grind these animal appendages into a piece of pocket branch that is known as glue. All right, so we have to add in collagen. So it's just collagen to epoxy. And a sensation of horror. Epoxy isn't that hard, right? It gets to skip this. Yeah, we get to skip making bisphenol A, and instead we only make it using an epichlorohydrin, which I think I already make. Because I'm pretty sure that's, do I already, how do I make collagen? Skin, urea, acetic acid, and steam. And I just turn this directly into epoxy. All right, this is a consideration. Saddles. Saddle up those GMO horses. The underside of the pad has ceramic particles that reflect body feedback as soothing and infrared rays and provides ventilation for added comfort. Will improve speed and productivity. All right, that's nice. So speed and prod as promised, great. And so I have to make saddles. Not thrilled with that. And then it requires a saddle which gets consumed for speed and productivity. Why is this at the same rate? It's at the same rate. It's just for productivity. Oh, I suppose the speed is in the building, huh? Like, speed doesn't seem like a huge problem for this, just as is. 8-second crafting time, and it's just to make cubs. All right, I don't like this. This is in a reproductive complex. Is this for all reproductive complexes? Because it's a module. It's a module, so it's speed and prod for everything. Huh. I have to figure this out. I don't want to press... Okay, well... Okay, we're going to be cheap. I want to know what the effect of this is. So we're going to save this game, and we're going to actually investigate it. And if this doesn't do what I think it does, we're going to take it back. In fact, we're probably going to take it back as is. What's the other one? Add specialized bots to scrape manure and bedding from the ground. And so we... What is this? Oh, it produces manure as side product. No, I don't want to do that. So, glue factory. This is probably what we're going to do, and we're probably going to take this as our route to make epoxy. But we have to see if this applies to all reproductive complexes. We have to see. So let's find out. Okay. So right here... if I take a reproductive complex and I throw you down now, you have no... No. Okay, let's just do this. There's the saddle. And so I don't see prod on this. Like, where's the prod bar? It's not here, right? And the crafting speed is the same. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this does anything at all. Because this recipe right here is... It takes 12 seconds and it makes 1 a second. I don't think this does anything. I think that's a bug. Here, let's take it back. All right, this is making 1 cub a second. Okay. I kind of surprised by this. Yeah, it's making 1 cub a second. And it's the same recipe. It just doesn't do anything because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense on its face. Look at this. This is a module. Well, maybe the module goes on the corrals. All right, let's try that. Let's take a look. Here, we're going to do it again. And then we have a corral go down. Okay, maybe I'm not thinking about this the right way. And that it's not focused like I think it's focused. And now it's Yeah, productivity. Okay, so it's a module for Ulrics. Okay, I don't really feel the need to do this. Like, prod is great, speed is great, but it's I don't want to deal with the saddle. What can I say? So I'm going to go with Glue Factory, and we're going to be adding to the woes of the happy chirping blue pony. And that's it. So right here, we're going to get this recipe. 1 caged Ulric makes 2 units of epoxy. And what's epoxy is made by 4 epoxy off this. Like, I'm not sure this is actually, it gets me out of making bisphenol A. I don't know. We're taking this. It's just done. Done. It's done. You hear me? It's finished. So now that it's finished, and we're happy that it's finished, let us work out what we're doing up here. Because right here, we're making cubs. Right here, we're raising cubs. Right here, the bees. And so the export off of this, we don't export cubs. We export honey, though. Okay. That makes sense. So we have to... What did I just do? No, I put that in the personal trash, didn't I? Okay, jeez, don't do that. And I did it again right there because I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so this gets used... Nothing directly, but used in lots of stuff here. So this gets exported. So our main product is Ulrics off of this. Ulrics and honey. Okay. And we do honey on site, I guess, even though so many terrible things happen to the ponies. And the honey can be done anywhere, right? Here. Quad. Like, this could be done anywhere. And we go to this one. It kind of should be done oh, and the next level doesn't even use Ulrics anymore. Oh, okay. Okay. So this should not be done here because eventually we're going to need different animal compositions in order to make honey. Okay. Glad I looked. So this is not actually honey. This is just hanging out space. Maybe I'll put slaughterhouses there and make bone meal one day. If I just need more animal parts, right? So we're just raising Ulrics here. So there's no... So we're making 1 cub a second. Great. Now let's talk about sizing right here. I wish I had more belt in my system. Simple Ulric, more complicated Ulric. And we fill you up, and you eat 0.2 cubs a second. So each one of these can support 5 and... Yeah, each one can support 5. So we want 3 rows of 5. Doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't this sound really, really familiar? Yeah. Really familiar. It's not quite the same size, but this is definitely what we're doing, right? Do we see anything more in this sort of format? How are we doing here? It's all tree seeds all the time. Hopefully it's being made fast enough. Well... I really want to use this pattern. I really want to just copy and paste this, but it's not the right size. Are any of you the right size? No. No. Like the Grod Swamp, maybe? Oh. It is exactly the size of the Grod Swamp. So Grod Swamp has 5 by 4, so that's 20. So this is too many. But I think we do this anyway. And just have more impulse, you know? I don't know. It'll look better. How about that? End of story. So right here, and then we angry put it down. Thank you, autosave. And obviously we need one right here as well. So if I ever get a hold of more ponies somehow, this is how I turn them into X ponies. All right. What are we doing here? So like that, correct? Are we bigger than the Grodd? Oh, we're bigger than the Grodd Swamp. It's exactly the tallness. I think. What am I looking at here? Is it bigger? No, that guy's over. It is bigger. It's longer. I didn't know that was possible. Okay, so this is just, we're going to have to do something bespoke. Stop struggling. Pick it all up. We're going to have to actually use our brain and be quasi-intelligent. This is fine. I can handle quasi-intelligence. So we want 5 in a row, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be something like that. Even a little via. All of you are raised in Ulrics. They are raised to woe. Take that. The only happy Ulrics are the ones that are the jailers. And all they do is propagate their genes. And so we're going to need water barrels, and that's going to be just like we did before. It's not going to be personal barrels. And then we have to get all this stuff. We're probably going to handle that tomorrow. We're just going to rough this out. Maybe get the... Yeah, I'm just going to rough this out, and that's going to be the end of the episode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no need to be coy about this. Right there. And this is our block. And it's going to go up and over and around. That's not what I want at all. Up and over and over and over and down. That doesn't work. So up and here. Maybe I flip it. Maybe if I come up and then I do this and then I come through here. And that doesn't work either. So it's got to go over and around like that and then be down. So it's up here, right there, and then through here and then up and then down. Okay, got it. Gonna need more belt. Also gonna need to get these all situated properly, which currently they are not. Should probably just line them up, right? When in doubt, be in line with everything else. Be in harmony. Good feng shui. All right, so this guy right here, this is going to be the inn carrying everything. It's going, yeah, we should try not to embarrass ourselves. So it's going to go, okay, as we can repeatedly embarrass ourselves. It's going to come through right here and come up. And then it is the star of the show going down Broadway right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent. And we will run out of belt. So we need belt and 5 more Ulric corrals. Then it comes up. And once again, 1, 2. And this way. And then this doesn't work. Perfect. All right. Now, 5 Ulric corrals, a whole bunch of belt, and then we're just spiraling towards the end at that point. We'll do the rest of this tomorrow. And then after I do Ulrics, I've got this such a nagging fear in the back of my head that I'm going to need to do simple circuits basically immediately. Give me 5 of these. How are we doing on violence? Don't have enough. And if we go look at our source of violence, the source of all horror, we see we are not making any of that, and this is a big problem. Now this is slowly satisfying all these guys. So maybe this is working. I don't know. What does working even look like? What does success even mean? We cannot achieve that which we cannot define. Okay, good, good, good. Now we need more. So we have to go get more ponies. Not a problem, friend. And then I guess they don't go to the bees. I might want to send them on a final carousel trip at some point. Just to get bone meal. In fact, I probably should do that. But bone meal is much more reliably made from basically anything else. Maybe I should make epoxy out of them up there, but I can always just bring them in. I don't know. Anyway, so... Oh. So I guess there was an easier way all along, and I was just too much of a fool to see it. Okay. Idiocy accepted, like it always is. Okay. All this, you have been severed. The thread of life is cut. All right, so let's look what we've done. Let's go get a couple more ponies. And then I think tomorrow we'll wire this up. It shouldn't be that hard. And then probably turn our attention to simple circuits. Maybe get bone meal. Maybe. Oh, we can't use this same waste line. If we do, we have to sneak over here and get in. But bone meal is so trivial to make. Bone meal. Like right there. Religious and salt and gets bone meal. Is this real? Is this real? No, that's not real. Yeah, it's just bones and steam in a few seconds. So we'll probably be doing that instead. But anyway, that is not real. Get out. I gotta go put that on the wiki now. All right. I gotcha. Okay. For our last act, I will go and I will get some more Ulrics. Too far. For some reason, all the water is turning green. From envy of the factory. They love seeing the factory. They love seeing how well it's growing and everything's doing here. Everything's going fantastic. The factory truly is the best. Give me 2 of these. That's probably enough. Bam. The factory gives us energy drink. The energy drink relieves us of the burden of thought. The burden of thought is what causes sadness. Energy drink works against sadness. Don't you wish you could have some energy drink? I would tell you the ingredients, but then this YouTube channel would get shut down. All right, we're just going to finish this tomorrow. I think it's in relatively good shape. Is there anything more I need to do? This is going to be water barrels. Oh, water. Water barrel. Then maybe simple circuits, maybe push forward. Oh, man. Maybe do artillery shells up here. Maybe have no fear. Maybe look again tomorrow. Do we have artillery shells? It's right here, right? I mean, obviously not. They're expanded there. They're going to expand close enough soon enough. And the worm will... Do you have any? No, of course not. I have to do something about this. This is a really big problem. And you got nothing. Just everyone's getting nothing. This whale's hogging everything. All these circulating. Oh. Maybe I do simple circuits and then I do artillery shells up north. Maybe that's what I do. We take a detour for something that is required of us for the safety and well-being of the factory. So how are we doing on tree seeds? Oh, we're full up again. And wood. Well, no, wood keeps getting cleaned out. We might have to put another whale on this. There's no one waiting, and that's good. And this guy's waiting to dump, so that's also good. So, I mean, just keep an eye on us. This obliterated this problem, so, you know, looks like I need more moss, though. And we have to establish more violence over here. Yeah, I really have to make proper artillery shells now. This is all jammed up, and we're stopped. Oh, look, it just stopped. And so, yeah, now this is all clear, and this is all going to run out. It is going to make some extra tree seeds, but we have a way of getting rid of those. This is great. This is great. All right, time for recap. What did I do today, ladies and gentlemen? We did all of our chores. That's the best thing right there. We accomplished all of the main tasks we came out for. And then just a little this way and a little that way. There we go. Properly aligned. And we wait for the flashing to not be there. And we take a screenshot. All right. What did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, there were a lot of little tasks. We fixed the coke vent. We fixed the south factory. We tinkered around with... we added more xylenol. We tinkered around with the hydrocarbon area. And then the big thing is we made a full-fledged wood and tree seed maker. We had a little minor wood maker over here. And down here we have another little minor wood maker, which can now be ripped out. And we did have problems with both wood and tree seeds. Now we do not have any such problems. So congratulations us. Then we turned our attention to the Ulric line right here. Ulrics equal honey at this point, and I don't think we're going to need anything more than what we have in front of us right now, but we will see, certainly. We determined that honey won't be made right here because the honey recipe changes. The animal composition of the recipe changes as the tech tree is climbed. It's not always ponies equal honey. It's only right now ponies equal honey. And then, so we're going to make the honey maker down here once we have a supply of Ulrics being made. And then it's Dilmos right here. And then Arquads and then Varox. So to get that working, we're going to have to push the wall more. And to get that working, we're going to have to get more artillery shells, which we don't have. So we really should just bite the bullet and do simple circuitry right here in these 3 lines. And then maybe even expand more and do advanced circuitry. I don't know. It's an idea. We need a lot more artillery shells is the thing. So we have to establish an artillery line somewhere. I think we have everything we need to have mass-produced artillery shells. It's just... No, it really just needs simple circuitry. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So Ulrics, simple circuits, artillery expansion, then build more animals while expanding. Hopefully expanding faster than the animals need. We have to expand over here as well. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. I am now done. Thank you very much for watching. See you all around. Later, everybody.